I got another theory. You ever notice how otherwise rational adults get on social media and start acting like they're in high school again? You ever wonder why that is? Well, here's the thing. In adolescent psychological development, there is this thing called the imaginary audience. And it's basically the belief that everything going on around me is about me. Like if I walk into a room and two people giggle in a corner, well, they must be talking about me, right? It's an aspect of egocentrism or self-centeredness. And self-centeredness isn't not caring about other people. It's just assuming that I'm part of every equation. Now put me on social media, where everything I put out, I am literally inviting people to interact with what I'm saying or doing. And it creates an audience that isn't even imaginary, although I would argue it's artificial. And so when I am on these platforms, there's a baseline assumption I don't even realize I have, that everything is about me. It brings me right back to egocentrism or self-centeredness, just like a teenager would have. Now, that's not a problem on my posts because I know I invited you to interact. So if you come at me, I'm ready to engage that in a proper way. But when I'm scrolling and I'm seeing what other people are saying, I don't even realize I'm acting as if these people who don't know me and are not thinking about me at all are saying something about me, especially if they're characterizing a particular group I might belong to. I've said before, I am a pastor at an evangelical megachurch, right? There are a lot of things characterized and said about those types of people that I would not say apply to me at all. And there is this thing in me when I see that without even realizing it wants to react defensively, like wants to come up and put my dukes up, even though I agree with the values in what you're saying. So what's the solution? How do we stop from continuing to widen the gap and the divisiveness in our culture, especially on these platforms? Well, if I simply make it a rule that no matter how or why I'm going to interact with the thing, if I just make it a rule that I am going to engage with thoughtfulness, respect, love, I'm going to show dignity to other human beings, even if I disagree with what they're saying, then what happens is when I interact as a representative of that group that these people are already upset with, well, what I am showing them isn't the worst of me. It isn't confirmation of all the things they already think and believe. It's a reality check that we're all human beings with different thoughts and feelings and values. And if we can treat each other with dignity and love, we might actually build bridges instead of walls.